guys, what's up? And it's time for my February wrap-up. So this month I definitely did not read as many books as I did in January. Didn't even get close to 17. It's never going to happen again. So, sorry, I'm a little sick. There's something going on with my throat. So if I sound crazy, it's fine. We're good. Anyway, I just wanted to film this because I want to be able to film and edit it before this has to go up, obviously. So let's get into the books that I did read this month. I have one DNF, so I'll also talk about that. I think I'm just going to talk about the DNF right now. So I created a Blackathon TBR, and I stuck to it pretty well. I didn't get to all of the books that I talked about in that video, but I read quite a few of them and listened to quite a few of them. But one of the books that I just could not get into, I was listening to it on audiobook, and I don't think I'd like it even if I was reading it, and it is Unstoppable Octavia May. I really wanted to like this because it seemed like a fun mystery, kind of adventure-ish book. But I had an issue not with the narrator, but I had an issue with what the main character was thinking of. I guess in the sense that she thought this dude was a vampire. And listen, I just can't. I don't understand that. I knew she was a little child, but it just didn't make any sense to me why she thought he was a vampire. It did, the chunk that I read, I almost listened to all of it, but I just couldn't make myself do it anymore. It was literally a job for me. But the chunk that I did listen to, there were several points about race that were, I think, really well written, and that's pretty much all I enjoyed about it. There were those small moments of, oh, that's good. That's really good. That's something that needs to be talked about. But overall, I just could not get into it. So that was my one DNF. And so now on to what I actually read and finished. So I'm going to start with my 2-star and then go all the way to my 5-star. I do have one 2-star this month. I'm quite disappointed actually that this was just so bad. So my 2-star for this month was Heartstopper Volume 3. I was hoping I would love this. I loved the second volume, not so much the first one. I gave Volume 2 a 4-star, so I was really hoping that that would pick up the series and it would be a fantastic series from then on, because I wasn't a huge fan of Volume 1. I did give it 3 stars, but it's because it was just an average situation. But this one, Volume 3 was cringy. There was not a moment that I was not cringing. It was, I'm not going to say bad. It was pretty bad. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I literally was cringing the whole time. I was going to finish it because I want to see where this series goes. Just because I know she can do good because of Volume 2. But Volume 3, it was a disaster. Now on to my 3 stars. I have 2 3-stars, and yeah. My first 3-star is Everyone's an Alien. I don't know how to say this. I'm just going to say alien, but there's a B in there, so I don't know how to pronounce that, so it's fine. Everyone's an alien when you're an alien too. And this was cute. I really picked it up because everyone on BookTube was like, oh my god, this is such a cute book. It is really cute, and it had some really good things that people should really think about, and it was a cute read, but it just wasn't something that was stuck in my head, you know? I finished it, I closed the book, and I was like, okay, time to return it to the library. Like, that's what my thoughts were. My second 3-star was Dear Martin by Nick Stone. I wanted to love this, but I found the setup kind of weird. I listened to this on audiobook, so maybe it wouldn't have been so weird if I had read it physically. The narrator would say justice, say what he said, and then class, and then it'd be silence. Like, it was kind of set up like a play, but a play in which you said who was speaking. You know, it was weird. I didn't like that. It made me kind of annoyed every time it would happen. And obviously, it's a book, so it happens a lot because there's lots of dialogue. And I just couldn't get into that part. That's pretty much why I docked it. It was going to be a 4-star because there is a shock factor that literally broke my heart, and I was tearing up when it happened because I wasn't ready. But just that factor, it was very annoying the whole time. I think if you read it physically, it may be more enjoyable because you won't have to listen to someone saying justice, class. Like, it was just obnoxious and repetitive. So that's one of my only issues with it. I think it's an overall good story, and I think she's coming out, or just came out, with Dear Justice, so I will definitely be picking that one up because I do like her. I do like Nick Stone. So now on to our 4-star. Okay, this is where the books start getting amazing. So I have 1 4-star and 1 5-star. I only read 5 books this month, so it's really bad. I've just been a little bit busier this month. I didn't have the 2 weeks off, but hopefully March will be a lot better and I'll read more than 5 books. My 4-star this month was Long Bright River by Liz Moore, and this book hit me different than I thought it would. I was not expecting it to be like this at all. Basically, I went into this book thinking that it was going to be just another thriller with a hint of looking for her sister. But that is not what I got. I got raw sisterhood at its finest. And listen, I was not ready for it. It was beautiful, but there's also 2 different reveals. Well, one big reveal, and then another kind of false reveal, and then another kind of mild reveal. And listen, the false reveal got me shook. I was like, oh my god, like, I was not expecting it. And then the big reveal had me absolutely shocked. I was about to close the book for the night because I was tired, and then I just couldn't because I was in so much disbelief that I did not pick up on it. I didn't get it. And so yeah, I was absolutely shocked. Absolutely shocked. So I think this book is structured very well. It is a slow burn novel, just because it isn't too focused on the murders that are happening. It does go into that, you do solve that, but it's not the main focus. The main focus is her and her sister's relationship and what happened, like what made them go so far apart, what happened to her sister to make her go into using opioids. And it, man, is it a powerful novel. It didn't get 5 stars just because there were moments where I was bored. Very few and far between, but there were moments where I was just kind of like, okay, we get it, can you hurry up? Because it is quite a long book for a mystery, but then again, it really was not truly a mystery, even though there was that aspect to it. But I would highly recommend it. And then we have my 5-star. This is truly a 5-star for me. I did listen to it on audiobook because memoirs are easier for me to listen to than to read. and I find them more interesting, especially when the author is reading it. So my 5-star is Bad Feminist by Roxane Gay. This is an absolutely incredible book. I felt a lot of it because I do sometimes feel like a bad feminist, but we're all bad feminists in the end. Like, we're not all perfect. She tackles race as well as womanhood, and I think it's a combination that not many nonfiction books that I've read have done that well. She is Haitian, so she does have a different experience, and I really like that she was able to articulate that in the book so perfectly. Not like, I don't know the experience obviously, but it was, I could see where she was coming from. Obviously, I don't know the experience myself, but it was just absolutely stunning. I'm so glad that I finally got to read it because it's been on my list for way too long. I need to read all the rest of her books because they're also on my list. So yeah, I will definitely be picking up her other books because that one really got me. I was not ready for that. So that is it for my February wrap up. I did post a March TBR and a backlist readathon TBR, so you guys can check that out to see what I am planning to read in March. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.